Good morning, my dear students. Today we are discussing about cestode infections. Example is the Taenia solium and the Taenia sanguata is examples are there. So first one is the Taenia solium. Taenia solium, it is a tapeworm. So Taenia solium is a Taenia solium or the similar. It is a tapeworm. Taenia solium is a tapeworm. The next one, it is the Taenia solium is a tapeworm. The tapeworm, the humans develop the intestinal infection. It is the human develop intestinal infections. Intestinal infections with the adult worms of the ingestion contaminate infection. How to form the infections with the adult worms? Adult worms, the adult worms means adult tapeworms entering into them ingested of the contaminated pork or the develop the cystitis after ingestion of the Taenia solium eggs or cysticercosis. Cysticercosis. So the cysticercosis are contaminated fork are entering into in our adult intestinal infection formation with the adult tapeworms. So in our body, the human body is the intermediate host. Human body is the intermediate host for the development of the Taenia solium. So what is the simply it is the Taenia solium. It is occurs in the small intestine and large intestine. It causes the some infections occurs in the body with their larvae and development of eggs. So what is the pathophysiology? What is the pathophysiology? So pathophysiology, so first one is the human ingested the raw undercooked pork contaminated. So human ingest raw or the undercooked pork contaminated cystosis. Contaminated containing cysticercosis. The cysticercosis means the simply cysticercosis means eggs are a contaminated food material entering into in the human body. After that, what happened? So in the intestine, the cysticercosis, the cysticercosis is going to mature means develop. They develop in the into adults and attaching to the wall of the small intestine, attached to the small intestine. So attached to the small intestine. So attached to the small intestine means like this is the tapeworm like structure. These tapeworms are attached to the small intestine. So after that, the adult worm produces the produce become the gravid and may release the eggs. After that, in the third one, release the eggs, release their eggs and detached form of the tapeworm. After that, the eggs are eggs detached is the passed from the host to the fecus. So fourth one, the eggs are released to the fecus, released from the fecus. The fecus is eaten by pigs, and in the eaten by the pigs, and the pigs are human or infected pigs or the fecal infected by humans also in the pigs and humans, they are develop the eggs and formation the cysticercosis. Cysticercosis. So cysticercosis is developed in our body. So after that, what happened? So the cysticercosis entering into the pork. The pigs are the pigs uncooked porks. or undercooked pork is contaminated with the Taenia solium entering into the human body, and same the cycle is occur in the body. So here this is the life cycle of the pathophysiology of the Taenia solium, and here number of times it produces their eggs with the contaminated occur, and formation the different types of diseases occurs in the body. What is the signs and symptoms? What is the signs and symptoms? So signs and symptoms is first one is it is have the gastrointestinal complaints, gastrointestinal complaints no, gastrointestinal complaints. And the next one, it formation the it is the focal neurological signs, focal neurological signs, and altered mental status, altered mental status. And the next one, this may also infect the spinal cord, infect the spinal cord, muscle and eyes, infected in the eyes, and infected the eyes, and totally GI obstructions occur, means vomiting, diarrhea. These like of symptoms are identified. So these are the Taenia solium is the detection. How to detect it? Means diagnosis. What is the diagnosis methods? Diagnosis. So diagnosis is the microscopic examination of stool, microscopic examination of stool, and through the CT scan and MRI scan, CT scan, MRI scan, and central nervous system symptoms. Also through the symptoms we are determine the Taenia solium is presented or not. What is the treatment? What is the treatment? So treatment is first we for the intestinal infections, for only intestinal infections we are using the praziquantel, praziquantel. So we are using, and the next one, corticosteroids, anticonvulsants, so we are using these type of drugs we are using. So this is about the cystoid infection, Taenia solium, and how to prevent it. Prevention, how to prevent it. So we it is the this first one, careful and hand washing important, especially food handlers, and washing, especially food handlers. Avoid contaminated food, and avoid undercooked food, and maintain the sanitation. So this is the prevention for the Taenia solium. If you have any doubts from this topic, tomorrow we will discuss. Thank you.